It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Absolutely beautiful. Well, if this doesn't inspire you to get out in the garden, maybe a voucher to get your hands dirty will help out. We are giving away some Builders Warehouse vouchers this morning to the value of 250 Rand. To get yourself in the running, SMS the keyword Builders to 33728. That's Builders to 33728. Well, I was quite surprised to hear that moving into the new season, even though we are moving into autumn and winter, that you are still given a wonderful opportunity to start planting again. You don't necessarily have to get all dirty. Bulbs are a great way to bring new inspiration into your garden. Let's take a look.
Once again, we are doing some lovely gardening with our garden expert, Tanya Visser. And today is all about growing bulbs, helping you to develop that green thumb of yours. Tanya, always nice to be with you.
As long as you're not all thumbs.
No, not all thumbs. We just have two of them, but they need to be green.
Right, so
Okay.
you know what a bulb is.
Well,
You've cooked with them, actually. Onions, and onions is a bulb. There are many different things out there. Right now, in your local builders, you're going to find loads of different bulbs available.
Wow.
Like these freesias, which are most awesomely fragrant. Many different sizes. This is a Watsonia, and obviously that's the bottom, and then that's the top. So they point upwards,
Okay.
and that's them there. So whatever your colour, choice, preference, you can plant them directly into the garden as well. You can plant them into pots, and we're going to do them in pots. At the bottom of the container, we want to just put in a few handfuls of stones, and that's just going to help for drainage.
Brilliant.
And it's also going to stop your soil from falling through the hole. You can buy them at your local builders, and you can use any stone except for concrete. Don't use like a concrete brick that you've smashed up.
Okay.
So we've got some potting soil over there, which is a bark-based medium, nice and light.
Yes.
You can see it's nice and friable.
Love it.
That's the good stuff that plants need to grow in.
Okay.
We're going to pimp it.
We're going to pimp our soil.
Right, we're going to pimp the soil. We're going to pimp it with some bone meal.
Okay.
And it's really important. I always enjoy putting bone meal in there because bone meal encourages the root growth and gives a bit of nutritional. So grab one or
Okay.
two handfuls, whack it into there.
Brilliant.
Now, if you are planting in the garden, if you're planting your bulbs into the garden,
Yeah.
the way you would then do it is you wouldn't be using potting soil, you'd be using some compost, but you'd still add the bone meal.
Okay.
If you've got dogs, you're not going to use bone meal because bone meal literally is crushed bones.
So,
And your little furry friends are going to go to your hard labor in the garden where you've planted your bulbs, and they are going to go looking for the bones.
because they can smell it,
You can
obviously.
smell it. And rather use superphosphate. Superphosphate does exactly the same thing as bone meal, except it's a chemical product that
Yes.
basically does exactly the same.
The whole thing, I guess.
That's it. We're going to take it just to below the level of the pot.
That's it.
Beautiful stuff. So we're going to take a selection here today because I want to do kind of mixed arrangement of them. So I want to use some Watsonias in the center because they're going to get taller.
Okay.
Now remember, on every packet of bulbs, at the back, when you read it at the back, it tells you how high they get. It
that's
tells you how wide you should plant them apart. Everything is on here. So if all else fails,
Yeah.
read the instructions.
Read the instructions.
We'll use some of these little guys, Ixias. This is an indigenous bulb, very, very cute. So
Ixia.
you open up those little babies. And I'm going to put 3 Watsonias. And now you notice we're not planting them yet. We're just going to position them
That's it.
so we actually know where they are. Because you start planting, you're going to like, oh, did I plant something there?
That's
You
it.
can just open them up, throw them onto here.
Okay. All of them.
Yeah, well, there you go.
kind of.
And you know what you can do is you can do a mengelmus. And that's what... So I'm going to throw in a few tritonias into this as well. And you just sprinkle them around.
All right.
Just like that, okay? And then we just evenly space them now.
Great.
Most bulbs enjoy full sun, so you'd have them in a position either that gets 5 hours morning sun or the afternoon sun,
Okay.
and you are good to go. Right, so now we're going to take them, and you're literally going to open up the soil a bit. And all you want to do is this little point, you want it to be double the height of the bulb under the soil.
Okay.
So in you go, and what I normally do is
just press them in.
I just push them in because your soil is nice and soft. These little guys obviously don't go in that far.
Yes.
Just pop them in like that. Just take your hand and you're just going to cover it like that. Now, they're going to start coming up and start pushing through the soil in about 2 weeks' time. Water it once a week. We're going to take some of these guys. Okay, now these are little violas. They're perfect for
Yes.
the winter season, and these are edible. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of these and we're going to pop these little guys on top. Now, as these are growing and giving you colour, the bulbs will work their way through.
Brilliant.
Open up here, and you're just going to pop these little guys in.
Doesn't matter if there's a bulb underneath.
It doesn't matter. It will make its way through. That is the brilliance and the remarkable thing about these guys, that really you can't get much wrong. Okay, so there, we're good to go. Our little violas are in. Can I show you what one of these will look like? This is a little daffodil, miniature daffodil.
Beautiful.
So this is exactly what's going to happen here, except that we didn't overplant this one. But I mean, if you plant a daffodil, you plant any of these bulbs, it's going to grow, it's going to flower for you and look beautiful.
Here's the steps again. Pick bulbs from builders. Prepare a pot by mixing potting soil with bone meal or superphosphate. Position the bulbs on the soil and evenly space them. Plant violas on top and let them grow in a sunny spot.
Thank you so much, This is beautiful, absolutely stunning. Of course, log on to expressoshow.com if you need anything or information on how to grow your bulbs. It'll be there. Check it out.